Hi there, I'm Emma, an online safety campaigner, and you're watching the Live My Digital video series. Today's topic is cyberbullying. The online world is a fantastic resource for your child to tap into, whether they want to use it to be creative, to be connected, to research, to learn, or to become the next social entrepreneur like Mark Zuckerberg or Zoella. As parents, sometimes this leaves us feeling excited about it, and sometimes it leaves us feeling terrified, usually depending on the last headline that you've read in the news. This video gives you an introduction to cyberbullying, as well as offering helpful insights and strategies on how to manage cyberbullying with your children. As an online safety campaigner, I know one of the biggest digital issues parents are trying to tackle at home is cyberbullying, which is any form of bullying that takes place online or using digital devices. Cyberbullying could be anything from someone posting nasty messages to you to someone sharing embarrassing pictures without your permission. It's more common than you think. In fact, 69% of young people have been cyberbullied. If you think back to what it was like being at school and how it made you feel being bullied, now imagine what it would be like if you'd been bullied online. And this was happening on weekends, when you got home from school, around the clock. Remember, as well as being cyberbullied, children can be the cyberbullies themselves. The effects of cyberbullying can be serious if it's not tackled in the right way. More on that in a bit, but first let's hear what a group of students had to say on the subject.
You feel more confident behind the screen. You don't really feel like, say you are the person bullying them, you feel like you can do anything, you're invincible because they don't know who you are.
Also, we spend like hours on our phone a day, like at the weekend, you're not at school, you don't see your friends, but it's still a way to contact them, it's still a way to get at them, it's always there, it's not like you can ever have a break from it.
Being an argument or at school or something, then it's like it carries on to social media.
There's an argument at school that's happening in a corridor, you might not necessarily see it, but online everybody's following each other, everybody has some way to contact each other, and a lot of the time it is public.
Instagram, you have direct message as well, like Snapchat, and like if you have a whole group, loads of people can see it, and you can't really take it down after that.
I think it starts like with an argument in school, and then if it can go on to being like someone directly messaging, or they could just be saying like snidey comments on someone's picture, and then that can grow and like become something more serious.
Some people say your child's likely to have been cyberbullied if they're spending increased amounts of time online, they're unwilling to share information about what they're getting up to, or they're becoming withdrawn. This may be the case, but I challenge you to find any teenager who isn't doing these things. If your child is being cyberbullied, these are just some of the things that you could do. Firstly, work with them to block the person bullying them. On most social networks, you'll have a blocking functionality, and by hitting this button, your child and the cyberbully shouldn't be able to communicate with each other anymore. On most digital profiles, you can also report bullies to the social networks, webmasters or admins. Here they should step in to try and help rectify the situation, although it's worth knowing that sometimes it can take a while for these companies to respond. If possible, and if appropriate, they'll usually encourage students to ignore cyberbullies instead of retaliating. Just because, as with all bullies, they usually just want to get a reaction out of you. It's always good to get screenshots for any form of cyberbullying, and that's because you have evidence to show people if needed. And finally, if you notice that things are getting serious, it's important that you inform their school or the police immediately to see how they might be able to support you in getting the issues resolved. It's worth having a conversation with your child about how they treat others online, to be mindful about being thoughtful and kind, and consider how sometimes the things that they say can be taken the wrong way, and it might be upsetting others. We've paired this video up with a cyberbullying video created specifically for your child to watch. Once you've both watched these videos, a good conversation starter could be to ask your child, have any of your friends experienced cyberbullying? I hope you found this advice useful. Remember how amazing technology is. We all have the right to enjoy using it safely and responsibly. We've got loads of other similar videos that you can click on to find out more about how to be safe online. Do check them out. And if you want to hear more about managing cyberbullying, please go to our website to read our parent guides in your own time. Thank you for watching.